All right, godlings, another video. This is about animals, right? This is more about animals. I just saw a video about Coco the gorilla again, and I remember, God, it's been like 20 years. I think 20 years since I was in college. Oh my God. So, I'm taking sign language, and I learned quite a bit. And I did my paper. I had to do a paper final, I think it was. But I did it on, or one of my papers was on Coco the gorilla and her signing. Now, the teacher disagreed with me at first because she said, well, it's not real sign language. I'm like, what do you mean it's not real sign language? And said because the communication wasn't there. So I can't remember. It's been 20 years and a lot's been going on since then. So, but I think she said it wasn't real sign language. I'm like, what do you mean it's not real? Because there was no like reciprocal communication, I think she said. I'm like, well, there was. I mean, she asked for a kitten. She knew she wanted a kitten and asked for it. Now, eventually that kitten passed away and she was crying about it, right? So I didn't find that till years later, I believe, about her crying over the cat. Now, shortly after I got out of college, I went to work at an animal shelter, and I worked there for a number of years. And, sorry. The one thing I found out, and I'm actually pissed off about this, because I was always led to believe that animals were very different than us. We're not animals, they're animals, and we're very different. And that we're supposedly evolved. Let me tell you, we're not evolved, okay? If we're killing each other over fucking religion, we're not evolved, okay? If we're fighting over money, we're not evolved, okay? For two. And I can go on and on about that, but that's a separate, distinct subject right now. But the one thing I found out I worked with animals in a shelter environment where they've been, discarded. And then I worked with them in another environment, daycare, which they were very different there too. Now, first I got to work within a very high stress environment for them. And then I got to work in a different environment where they were happy because they knew they were going to go home. They pretty much knew that their owners were going to pick them up at the end of the day. And we had fun with them all day, and they knew that. Okay. And a lot of people say all sorts of animals are stupid, like cats are stupid, dogs are stupid, because they can't understand us. No, we're the stupid ones because we can't understand them. Okay, it's just like if someone speaks Spanish to you, you can call them stupid because you don't understand the language. You're the one that's stupid, not them, okay? And just because they can't understand your language doesn't mean they're stupid, for two. But that goes in another subject. But anyway, the main point is that we have a whole lot more incompatibility with animals than we have separateness, okay? That's for sure. Now, the reason why they try to tell us that we're separate from animals is because they want to make us think that we're different and keep us separate from that. So we don't figure out our true nature, okay? It's bullshit. And I'm once I figured this out, I'm pissed off. I'm still pissed off. That I was led to believe the animals were stupid. They're lesser than us. They deserve to be abused, used, ate, shit like that. When they're not. They're smart in their own way, okay? It's just like kids. Kids aren't stupid. They're smart, okay? They know how to manipulate a full-grown adult into feeding them. So think about this, right? I mean, no, yeah, you put a newborn out in the woods, they ain't going to survive, but that's a different story, right? But let's get back. I'm sorry, I'm going rambling. But the one thing I do understand and know, and this actually irritates me, and they say that we're different from animals. And the one thing I found out is we're not. We're not all that different from animals. And in fact, animals are way smarter than us. We're the new kids on the block. And I'll prove it right now. One thing, okay, look at all the shit that humans need. Okay, there's shit we don't need. We think we need it, but we don't. We have these phones that I'm recording on. We have microwaves, cars to drive us around and shit. Animals don't need that shit, okay? Animals don't need that, okay? Animals don't need that. So what we have is we have a bunch of goddamn crutches because we're the ones disabled. We're the stupid ones. All right?